The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised. What's going on, Mavericks? We are back with another episode of the Unusual Mavericks. I'm your host, Kwame, joined by the handsome, the melanin proficient,
Just Dominic.
Just Dominic. That's
Just
right.
Dominic.
Just Dominic. Welcome back, Dominic. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, and boy, what a weekend was it.
Yes.
The Super Bowl weekend just happened.
It did.
And boy, were there a lot of awesome commercials.
Yes, and first of all, shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. Congratulations on your win on being the Super Bowl champions of 2023.
That's
Shout out
right.
to you.
Whatever number that is.
Whatever number. I don't know I'm not a big sports fan. Okay. Well,
Yes.
Cool.
And of course, all Super Bowl long, we saw some fantastic commercials.
Yes.
Some Marvel and DC trailers.
Yes, and we're gonna talk about it in
Yes.
the Maverick Alert.
Maverick Alert.
Let's get into it. All right, Dominic.
Wow.
I know.
Yes. The Flash trailer. Let's talk about the
Let's
Flash
talk about the
trailer.
Flash. Now listen. Y'all
Oh
know
my
how I
God.
feel about
Ezra Miller.
About Ezra and how I feel
But
about
the
that.
work.
But that trailer was everything.
Yes, really, really. This version of Supergirl, she almost looked like Henry Cavill. From
Yes.
afar, she looked like Henry Cavill. So
Yes.
I can really believe that they're cousins in
Even
this.
though Henry Cavill is not going to be Superman anymore.
Yeah, and he was also in this film, but he has been cut out, allegedly. Him and Gal Gadot were cut out from the film because they're not going to back up their the movies. The cameos were supposed to be teasers for their independent films. So since that universe
Dominic?
isn't paying off anymore, they allegedly have been omitted.
Dominic, I'm in a good mood. Can we not talk about the Snyderverse right now? I'm trying to maintain. I'm just.
Hey, it looks fantastic. Actually, you really should be in a good mood.
I am.
Anyone who has been a fan of the Christian Bale Batman right now should be all abuzz
Yes.
over the news that they are in talks to bring him back.
Yes, and my favorite Batman was in the trailer. Okay,
Michael Keaton.
That's the
Yes.
Batman that I knew.
Yes. And
Okay,
yes,
that's the first one I was introduced to.
Absolutely. It's so fantastic to hear him say, "I'm Batman."
Yes, and the Tim Burton music was just everything.
Yes.
It was so
it gave me
nostalgic.
chills, actually.
Didn't it?
Yeah,
I had
it was
goosebumps.
really cool to see. And for those that like Ben Affleck, I know there was he was kind of hot and cold, had nothing to do with him. It had everything to do with the cuts of the film.
I agree because I liked him so much better in the Snyderverse.
Oh my, people love him now.
Oh my God.
So to see him in it and to possibly know that Christian Bale may also show up in the Flash film. Yeah. So do you want to see it now? Do you want to see it now?
I never not wanted to see it.
That we could have 3 Batmans in this movie.
Yeah, I'm excited. And I already went on my Fandango account and asked for fan alerts because as soon as it comes out, I'm getting the tickets.
Yes. So now, what did you think of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer? Crickets. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I was a fan of Volume 1. more so than Volume 2, but I still loved Volume 1 and Volume 2. This Volume 3 is going to complete the set and completely tie their story in a nice little ribbon and bow. And I'm really happy because I love Gamora. I've always loved her character. And I loved Groot for sure. And Rocket. And I like all the characters really, but those are my three favorite characters in this little motley crew of space cops. So I'm actually very happy to see that. No thoughts?
I'm just a little disappointed because we're gonna see the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy and then the beginning of whatever they're gonna be in the DC world, which is just so strange.
But Marvel is also doing a slight reboot. They don't want any more Guardians of the Galaxy. So there will be no more Guardians of the Galaxy. So
you know what? I'm going to remain positive. But these trailers were great.
Adam Warlock was in the trailer.
Yes.
That was so cool to see.
I feel like I hope that they go further into that story because we got tastes of that throughout the entire Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. And so I'm interested to see that, you know, if they give him its own show or movie rather, or even a show, I'm interested to see if they're going to do that because I would love to see the whole story arc of Adam Warlock come through because I really enjoy it. He's an enjoyable character for me.
Well, if they pivot to what is that, Nova and those space cops with the helmets, the golden helmets, I forgot what they're called.
The Krill? Not the Krill.
No. Not the Trill, but I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about the ones that in the, I think it was the first one. Was it the first one where he got arrested? Where what's his name got arrested by them?
Yes,
I think I know you're talking about. I think it is the Nova Corps.
The Nova Corps, correct? Yeah, the Nova Corps. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the Nova Corps. I think that's where they're going to pivot. And there's a lot of story to tell, including with Adam Warlock and all of the space crew in the Marvel universe, including the Trill as well. So that'll be very interesting to see how they go about that story. But I'm actually really excited to see the third Guardians movie.
I am.
And the conclusion of James Gunn as well in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
This is a proper send-off for him and all the characters attached.
And a job well done in the Guardians of the Galaxy, Mr. Gunn. You did a phenomenal job. I can't complain about the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's one of their best trilogies, honestly.
Yeah, actually. And so just omitting, you know, the possibility that these characters or the actors will come to the DC universe, which is yay. But outside of that, giving respect to this Marvel franchise, I'm super duper excited about. I really am super excited about seeing how they're going to wrap it up. Again, big fan of Gamora, big fan of Zoe Saldana as well. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do and how they wrap this up as well.
So your thoughts on Aquaman 2, the trailer? I thought it was beautiful. Okay,
it's just, and
I didn't even see much of Jason Momoa, so I'm just saying.
No, James Wan, the director and writer of this film, and he did a fantastic job with the first Aquaman movie, and he kind of did some new stuff with underwater shots as well. And so to see him finally be able to expand upon his vision from Aquaman 1, which was like $1 billion movie.
Yeah.
Very successful movie. They're expecting the same from this movie. We saw Momoa in it, but who we did not see was Amber Heard.
Who?
We saw her name towards the end because we do know that she is in this film.
Who?
Unfortunately, but we have heard allegedly that there were tons of reshoots to edit her almost out of the movie.
I don't know her.
And it's unfortunate because Mira, the character Mira, is a beloved character. She is one of the most popular characters from Atlantis. You have
I think honestly, I think she's part of the reason why Jason wanted to like just do a complete reset on another character, because I know that because Mira is such a huge part of the Aquaman, Aqualad, Aqua World type thing, Atlantis type situation, you know, and they can't recast her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they can. I personally think it would be easier for but I think that it just drained him. Like, why even bother?
They can.
And it took
especially
so long.
with the Flashpoint movie.
It took so long. And Jason Momoa, you know, he's gonna have a couple more years before he starts looking like he's aging. So you know, this was a smart move for him. But I'm happy that he's
still Aquaman, though. Allegedly, he's still gonna be Aquaman in this universe. That trailer was crazy.
I did not know that. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's what he said. So it may be 2 characters he'll be playing in the DC.
You better get your coin, Jason Momoa. Get your coin. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what a lot of people don't understand with prosthetics and makeup and a wig. If he plays Lobo, we won't really recognize him. We'll just hear his voice.
Yeah.
Just like the actor Josh Brolin played Thanos and then played Cable.
Yes.
In the Marvel side. Yes. And it was very believable because you got his voice as Thanos, but you saw him again in makeup and prosthetics as Cable, and it translated very well.
The difference until I actually
most people were like, "Wait a minute, is that Thanos?" So I'm really happy that they're going to kind of do the same thing with Jason Momoa as Arthur Curry, and then the crazy biker dude Lobo, which really fits, I think, his character. He's really going to kind of play himself. Yeah. So, what did you think of the trailer of Loki season 2?
Oh my God! Now that I'm excited for. I am a big Loki fan, so I really
season was really good.
First season was phenomenal, and it actually set up a lot for even Ant-Man. So I Quantumania. So I think that I'm really looking forward to it. I really enjoyed the little Mickeys that they had in there, or you know, well, Disney people call them Mickeys, but Easter eggs or whatever you want to call it. But they it looks like it's going to be a pivotal series because I know that Loki ties things in.
It's going to be, from what I can see of it and what I've heard, that it is going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp, that Quantumania movie that's coming out in the next week or so. It's going to be part 2. That Kang is going to continue his quest of his conquest of total domination in Loki season 2. So we should see a lot of fallout from that first movie that it should be in this series.
Okay.
So
let's see how it goes.
Yeah, that's the speculation, and that's alleged because, of course, no one has seen everything just yet. But we'll see. Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So there was another DC. No, actually, there wasn't. Huh?
I think we talked about the Flash, Aquaman 2, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man. No, we didn't talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp. What do you call it? Loki.
Yeah, there wasn't a new Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer. I don't think.
No,
there was a new one. They probably showed it, but I don't think that there was a new one.
Yeah, there wasn't anything new. At least nothing that I saw.
Yeah.
I follow all of Marvel and Disney, and I usually get alerts when there's new trailers. Which I'm shocked that I didn't get the alert for Guardians of the Galaxy. I probably did. I didn't watch it because there was a lot going on. But,
I was really excited about that trailer because, again, it's the conclusion of that whole franchise and a send off for the actors. And I know there's speculation that they're going to jump ship and come to the Marvel universe.
You mean the DC universe?
DC universe. Yes, that's correct. Just testing everyone out there. Because we know Christian Bale jumped from DC to Marvel to play the God Butcher character in Thor Love and Thunder, but that was a one-time role. He died in that movie, so it'll be very interesting to see him. I really hope that he's coming back. I'm sorry, I can't stop talking about it. As Batman, and I really hope that Christopher Nolan comes back as a producer and writer, and see how he works in the James Gunn universe.
He can really do no wrong, in my opinion.
Fantastic. But look, Gunn is over this now. And then you've got Gunn with his dark take on and perception of these characters, which is really working, from the Suicide Squad stuff that he did there. This new Superman movie is supposedly completely written.
I'm interested more in the Supergirl.
And the Supergirl, we don't know if she's staying or not, but we don't know if she's staying or not in the Gunn universe.
I hope so.
There are a lot of people that have been rebooted, but from what it shows, from what he showed with his chapter 1, even though they're not technically a part of it, they are a part of it. So hopefully she will stay. If the movie does well, this Flashpoint movie, we know it's going to do well. We really, really, really hope that it cracks $1 billion, that it kiss $1 billion for sure, and not be the commercial disappointment that Black Adam was. So may that rest in peace. Okay.
Why you gotta bring up old stuff?
Hey, it just came out.
I mean,
we thought it was gonna be the reboot and the restart of the shift of power, as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said over and over again in every interview.
Listen, Dwayne, you can invite me.
There was a shift.
You can invite me to whatever party you got going on, because I'm still supporting The Rock.
I still support The Rock. I still think Black Adam was a good film.
I thought it was a great film.
Overall, there was some problems, but overall, I thought it was a great film. However,
I think there was more problems on the business side than the actual video or the actual movie. That I feel that way. I thought it was well produced. I thought it was it was good. I don't think it was. I don't think it was a Justice League. I don't think it was an Aquaman or even a Shazam.
No, it was not. Not even.
Yeah. So, and I think because we talked about it before, I think a major part of it is because it was such a far off character. Like, this is something that you could do in a different universe, or it's not a well-known character.
He should have been a part of the Shazam movie.
I agree.
And that was the original intent, to have him be a part of the movie first and then get a spinoff.
Yeah.
But attaching such a big actor who cost so much, that it murdered the film before it even started.
Yeah.
Because his just to get him booked on this ticket was just insane.
Yeah.
Excessive. Spending wise. So anyway, back to what's positive. Christopher Nolan, can you believe, guys, that he could possibly be coming back into the DC universe? We know that he may not direct, and there's not going to be a Dark Knight, a new trilogy per se coming out of it, but at the same time, there may be, because also we may get Nightwing, we may get we're obviously getting Damian Wayne, and we may, who knows, we may even get Batgirl. We don't know, or Batwoman. We don't know. So yes, the whole Bat family is coming into the main universe, and I'm really excited about it. And that's completely excluding what's going on with HBO Max.
Yeah.
Because allegedly the Penguin series is just about done and ready to premiere too. They should be showing us a trailer within the next month or two.
We'll see how it goes.
Penguin.
Oh yeah.
Colin Farrell.
It's gonna be awesome.
And that whole Matt Reeves universe, and what's his name, Robert Pattinson, is coming back as Batman in the Penguin series as well. So for those who love Batman, you are going to get your fill. Yeah. It's going to be pretty awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about it for the Maverick Alert. We'll see you on the other side of this commercial.
Let's go to break.
And we're back. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And if you are just tuning in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate it. It does help the algorithm. And support the other shows on Pirate Media Network, as well as Bullet in Flight Radio, one of our sponsors. We want to thank Bullet in Flight Radio, the #1 progressive Christian radio station in the world, as well as Pirate Media Productions, for helping us look so good. So thank you guys so much. Today, we're going to be talking about, in our review section, The Flash CW Season 9, Episode 1. Spoiler alert!
If you haven't seen it, you need to get on it.
Get on it. Now listen. I'm going to say this. Listen well and listen good. Kwame Corbett, okay, this unusual maverick right here, has talked mess about the CW.
Yep.
Constantly.
And
I have no problem with that. I'm not gonna argue it. Stop it.
Originals.
Stop.
Superman and Lois.
Stop it. I'm talking. I'm trying to have a moment. Okay, if you don't mind. Thanks. Okay, because he likes
Supernatural.
to be messy. Okay, anywho, I'm not talking about those shows. I'm talking about the DC CW shows have had issues. Okay, but I will say that season 9 of The Flash, so far so good. Okay.
Yeah. So episode 1. Let's talk about episode 1.
Episode 1 is called Wednesday Ever After, and it's synopsis: 1 week after Eobard Thawne's defeat, Barry Allen creates a map book noting future events, including his promotion to director of the Central City Police Department, CSI division from Kristen Kramer, Cat Grant offering to buy Central City Citizen Media from Iris West, and his fight against Owen Mercer, aka Captain Boomerang. The battery for the Romer accelerator that Mercer was stealing explodes, trapping Barry and Iris in a time loop, and they argue about their future. Now.
Wow. Yes. What an episode, number one. I love the way it started. It started February 1st, them getting out of bed, and after, as they said, having a full week off, after all that went down in the conclusion of season 8.
Yeah.
And that was a very powerful episode with all of the forces, both negative and positive, combating for control and balance. It was it gave us a very gods of order, right?
Yeah.
Type of feel, and gods of chaos type of feel. So if those who watch Young Justice know exactly what I'm talking about, the lords of order, the lords of chaos. I said gods, but lords of order, lords of chaos. So it gave a feel quite like that. And so now, after 1 week off of just staying in bed and chilling out, they get stuck in this crazy.
They weren't just staying in the bed and chilling.
Oh well, they were Netflixing and chilling. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Watching some Riverdale and some All American, I'm sure, and was enjoying each other's company. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all right. You can have adult time if you want to there, Mary. Anyway. So it was very interesting, though, to start off the season with an episode that was really shipping heavy. What are your thoughts on that?
So first and foremost, Grant Gustin and Candace Patton, their chemistry on camera, insane. I know that they have their own individual like relationships or whatever, their lives or whatever, and I know that they're super close as far as being really close and almost best friends. They consider
themselves best friends. Yeah.
But it's like their chemistry is so palpable on the screen because I get drawn in when they're on the screen together and they're working together. It's really beautiful to watch. It's really stellar acting. Yeah. Okay. And I can't see another supporting actor for Candace other than Grant Gustin. I'm just saying, I just believe that she is the star of the show, and that's just my personal opinion, and that's just where it's going to be.
Well, this opening episode really focused a lot around her magazine.
Yeah.
And
because she's a media guru.
The Central Citizen magazine.
The Central City Citizen Media is what it is.
Yeah. So I was like, it's 3 C's. I can't remember. And I loved
CCCM.
Yes, CCCM. And I love the fact that Supergirl, actually the show Supergirl, was really heavily mentioned, including Kara Danvers. And there was a discussion by phone with Kara and Allegra to talk about this potential buyout. I love the fact that here's this strong black woman who said, thanks for the offer, Cat Grant, but no.
She didn't sell out.
She did not sell out. She wanted to keep her authentic voice, the authentic storytelling that was happening at CCCM.
You better be a boss, girl.
And I love that. She said, no, I don't. I want to control my own destiny. I don't need a map book.
Yes.
And what an interesting discussion I thought that they had throughout the episode. Very interesting.
I loved how their conversations, like they stepped away when they were getting too angry or whatever. They really were embodying partnership, and I really enjoyed that. And I really loved how they navigated that.
Yeah.
Because there was times where when Iris was just like kind of getting on my nerve a little bit, when I was just like, okay, girl, you complain a little bit too much, but I understood what she was saying and what she was doing.
I think in the beginning of the episode when she wasn't really opening up.
Right. Both of them weren't opening up.
Yeah.
Well, let's be very clear. Both of them weren't opening up to each other, and if they had opened up to each other a lot sooner, we wouldn't have had a whole episode.
They really portrayed how couples really talk.
Yes.
She didn't even know how she felt. She had to kind of really figure out how she felt, and he had a hard time expressing in the beginning why he was doing what he was doing.
But they both gave each other the space to do that. Yeah. And I really enjoyed that. I took away from that. Yeah, I that's one of the things that I took away from. And then at the end, their partnership is what got them through the entire through the struggle.
Yeah,
which was awesome.
Absolutely. But it was such a strange opening episode for a season. Typically, The Flash and all of these type of shows will open with an episode that's action packed. And there's lots of moving pieces. There's a big bad to take down in the first episode. Maybe not a major big bad, but a big bad for the episode. So it was really interesting to see how they chose to use this episode as a season opener, I thought. So unconventional, untraditional, but fantastic.
And so I also want to talk about, since we're talking about shipping, I want to talk about Chester and Allegra. I don't like them together. I don't like them together. It feels inauthentic. I like them individually. I love Chester. I think he's an amazing addition to the team. I think he's a great, I don't want to call him a replacement, but I guess, you know, for lack of a
replacement for
Cisco. But, you know, I think he's really cool to have and see on the team. I don't want him gone. But Allegra and Chester together, I don't know how I feel about it.
Eric Wallace created both characters in the comic book. So for whatever reason, he is insistent, since he is the showrunner for The Flash, he's insistent on bringing the two characters that he created together. I don't understand why. They don't make a lot of sense. Like, as I said, that this was a very unconventional episode to start a season with. Very unconventional. Usually for opening episodes are very action packed.
Yeah.
And not that this didn't have action in it, but Barry and Iris were the center point. Clearly, their relationship, their loving, their procreation was all the center topic of this opening episode. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go even next. I know the next episode is called See No Evil, I believe.
Yes, and Hear No Evil is the next one.
Evil. Yeah. So there's some big,
and it's being directed by Eric Wallace himself, because this one was directed by Vanessa Parise. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing her name.
Yeah, so Eric Wallace he's only directing a handful of episodes in this final season, and this is obviously a very important episode if he's stepping behind the camera to direct it. But yeah, it was very odd to see Allegra and Chester. I really don't understand. That kiss that they had really broke the flow of the whole episode. It was like completely out of order. It came out of nowhere. It just didn't feel authentic.
I'm not feeling it, guys. I'm not feeling Chester and Allegra.
She was at the office at Central City Citizen Media. There we go. She was sitting there at the and then all of a sudden in the next shot, she's in the Cortex at Star Labs. And I thought, well, don't she have a job? Was she getting things together? Shouldn't she be preparing for this merger or buyout or whatever it is she was talking to Iris about? So I didn't understand why they insist on putting her in scenes where she should be halfway across town. And then all of a sudden she's sitting up there looking at Chester. All crazy. It does not.
It's weird. It was so weird.
Sense. And Allegra has no superhero alias name.
Yeah.
Her name is just
Allegra.
And she's got UV powers, blah, 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 blah. But so what, she can just give somebody a sunburn?
That's all.
A sun rash? That's the extent? I just don't quite understand Barry's team. I know a lot of people have a lot of negative things to say about Cecile, and there seems to be friction between Joe and Cecile.
Actually,
if you noticed,
Allegra Garcia is a metahuman with the ability to manipulate electromagnetic energy. She is a reformed criminal and former member of the Ultraviolets gang.
Yep. So no different. That's exactly how they portrayed her.
But
again,
in
she
here,
has no name.
It says she is the best friend of Chester P. Runk, and in an erased future, his girlfriend. So that's weird.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Yeah, let's not do that. Can we go in a different direction?
But Eric Wallace is the creator of these characters, and he's desperately wanting to put them together. It just does not make sense. Like Miss Garcia does not have a superhero code name. Chester has a code name, I think, of Black Hole or something like that. I don't know. It was really
not Black Hole.
No. He could create black holes.
Really?
Yeah. And so they don't show that side of him at all. So it's really interesting that he does have a superpower that they don't really use because it's kind of pointless. But I want to talk about Cecile. I want to talk about Cecile's increasing meta powers and abilities. She has telekinesis now, as well as she is an empath.
Yes.
And now, her and Joe are not doing well.
So Joe West and Cecile Horton tell Barry that the future is something you create, not follow, prompting him to burn the book. But they also have a scene where Joe wants to leave.
Yeah.
He wants to leave Central City.
Yes, absolutely. He wants to leave.
And to be quite honest with you, Dominic, I'm with him because there's a lot of stress going on for the brother.
Yeah, I don't understand. Cecile is walking around in a little leather suit, a little leather jacket with little leather gloves, no mask, no alias name. She's the DA or assistant DA in Central City. And she's just sashaying around town fighting crime at night. And nobody knows who she is.
No.
That is an issue, Mr. Wallace. And I know that Cecile has been a part of the show since season 1. It just seems weird to try to level her up now. It's just, I don't know.
I actually enjoy her level up. Like I do. But I think that it's just not placed. It's not placed well. You could have did this last season.
Yeah. Well, they did do this last season. And then she went on the team and tried to do whatever she was trying to do. It just doesn't come off very well. But this is making it see from a fan point of view, and from what I'm seeing, this is going to cause friction with Joe, because this is what, the more she levels up, the more she's going to want to be a superhero. Yeah.
The more she's going to want to be on the team.
Yeah.
And the more work she's going to want to do with them. Yeah. But Joe don't want that. He wants to get the hell out of Dodge and mind his black business.
What they need to focus on, which I'm really curious about, is that Caitlin Snow is dead. And so is Killer Frost. And so now we have a new character that they have not announced yet. And so Twitter was all ablaze last week over who is she? Is she Christy Snow? Is she Louise Lincoln? Her hair color is super dark. So there's a mystery.
They did confirm it, and they did announce it on the Twitter, because it says Barry meets with Crystal Frost and finds she is neither Caitlin Snow nor Frost.
So she's Crystal Frost. They did not say her name, even in the episode description. They did not say her name. So
they said figure it out, girl.
Yeah. So now they're saying that she's, what's her name?
Crystal Frost.
Crystal Frost. So she's the first and original. She does not look like the first and original Killer Frost. But okay, that's good to know that she is that particular.
At least that's what DC Wikipedia is saying.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Within the show, they did not name her.
No, they did not. But that's been an issue that we've talked about.
Well, it's a cliffhanger, and I'm fine with that. But you need to let us know who we're dealing with, very, very quickly. I think, because that whole storyline from last season 8, we were told we were going to pick up where we left off. So we didn't see a Chillblaine. We didn't see their scene or interaction, which really left me wanting a whole lot more. So, and the big bad at the very end was somebody with red Lightning.
Yes.
I think it is Red Death.
Yes.
I think Javicia Leslie, that was her voice combined with someone else to kind of throw us off. So I'm really happy to see what they're going to do with
So after Barry and Iris pretty much save the day because they're just a badass team, Mercer, who is Captain Boomerang, delivers the power source to a speedster with a bat-like emblem.
Yes.
And who do we know who has a bat-like emblem and is a speedster? Red Death.
That's right. Combination of, it sounds like Batwoman and some version of the Flash. Who knows? Could be Jesse Quick for all we know. So it's going to be really interesting to see this whole thing unravel. And so it was again a very interesting choice for a first episode for a season. But there were a lot of Easter eggs and a lot to unpack.
It was fun to watch. I will say it was fun to watch. It was really, I'm looking forward to the next episode. I'm looking forward to this whole season because just visually, it's so different than even last season.
Absolutely.
I have to say.
The first 8 seasons have nothing on this final season.
Just visually, from a visual standpoint. Oh, absolutely.
And it looks, it's like, why do they have to end now? Well, now I feel like we should have a season 10.
Well, you know, that's
because it looks so, well, Grant's not going to do it. So. So yeah, but that's all I have to say about the opening episode. I'm really, really looking forward. Oh, and I made a mistake last episode. I said that Gotham Knights was coming on after The Flash. Well, that's actually premiering next month in March, and it will debut around the time that Superman and Lois season 3 debut. So that's going to be also very exciting to see because there are going to be a lot of changes on Superman and Lois as well.
And we'll be reviewing Naomi.
We're going to review the one and only season of Naomi, DC's Naomi, and we are also going to review Batwoman, the 3 seasons. Actually, we're really going to do 2 seasons of Batwoman.
Okay.
We're not going to do the first season that Ruby Rose was in because that's just a throwaway season. So we're just going to do the season 2 and season 3 of a Batwoman as well.
Where it matters.
Yeah.
Where it matters.
That's coming up soon.
Yes. And there may be some other shows we're watching that we may review. We'll see how it goes.
We want to focus on Black-centric characters.
Yes.
And since Naomi is.
Yes.
And Batwoman is as well.
Yes.
So we definitely want to focus on them.
Yes. Well, I think that's going to be it for me.
That's it for me too.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We appreciate your love, your support, and just, liking is free. Just go ahead and like it.
That's right.
It helps the algorithm.
And remember, stay unusual.
Stay unusual, guys.